Hello everybody and welcome to Post to Post. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm getting back on the horse here. It's been, I guess, almost a week since I filmed a video. I think the last one you saw from me was Christmas Day, which was a Saturday, but the last one I actually filmed was the day before, was on Friday, which was almost a week ago today, and I was not in a good place. I was very sick. I could barely talk, and I'm actually still sick. I'm still dealing with that same cold. I've tested negative for COVID, so whatever I've had for a long time, almost 2 weeks now, and it is not going away very quickly. You know, it was the worst was a week ago. First got it 2 weeks ago, and now it's just starting to finally go away, but it's still definitely there. So it's not COVID, but whatever it is, there's definitely something going around because a lot of people that I know are sick as well. So, you know, if you've been dealing with something that's not COVID, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know if anyone else is dealing with a lingering cold or something. But today we're talking trivia, okay? Now, I'm not in the hot seat here. You guys are in the hot seat. We're going to learn some things together. I've got 15 hockey-related questions and one bonus question that's not hockey-related, but 15 hockey questions. We're going to put your knowledge to the test and see how good you do. So this is kind of a group event, okay? So maybe you're home for the holidays. You got your brothers and your sisters, maybe mom and dad. Maybe you're all hockey fans. Get them all in the room for this, okay? Everyone get out their own pen and paper, maybe their phone, write stuff down, write their answers down. Don't tell anyone, don't work together. See how good you can do on your own. And then at the end of the video, if you've got a couple of minutes, comment down below and tell me how you did. And listen, there's no sense in cheating. 90% of you comment behind fake accounts or, nameless accounts anyway, so you're not really impressing anyone. So there's no sense in pretending you got a higher score than you actually did. Just say what your actual score was if you've got a couple of minutes. I'm going to tell you what I did on this trivia question. Out of the 15 questions that I asked, or got asked rather, I only got 11 right. So I don't know what percentage that is, but I got more than 10, which is nice, I guess, but I still didn't get 15. I didn't get them all right. I got 11. So see if you can do better than me. So let's kick this off with question number 1. Actually, I'm going to shuffle these first. They're on cards, okay? I got these for Christmas. They're on cards. There's 75 questions total, but I've picked out 15 hockey ones, or all kinds of different sports ones. Okay, they're shuffled. They technically are multiple choice, but I'm not going to give you the answers because that's too easy. So let's start off with number 1, 15 questions total, one bonus question to make 16. Get your pens and paper. Let's go. All right. Question number 1. What NHL goaltender has the most career wins? I'll read it again. What NHL goaltender has the most career wins? It might be an easy one for a couple of you. And I know a lot of my viewers are actually a bit younger, but I've got some pretty smart viewers out there. So even though you might be a little bit younger, I don't really take that into consideration because you guys are pretty knowledgeable. So I expect the younger people to do pretty good on these questions as well. Question number 2. Who was the first NHL player to score 50 goals? Who was the first NHL player to score 50 goals? And for the record, it doesn't say in a season, but it's implied the first NHL player to score 50 goals in a season, not total, in one season. First NHL player to score 50 goals in one season, just for clarification. Let's move on to the third question, okay? What is the most points scored in one NHL season? This is one of the ones that I got wrong. I wasn't off by too much, but I definitely got it wrong. I'll read it again. What is the most points scored in an NHL season? I'm so curious to see how you guys do with these questions. There's obviously going to be someone to get 15 out of 15 right, and maybe even the bonus question as well. But still, I'm very curious to see how you guys do. Question number 4. What father and son became the first to both win an NHL MVP award? I got this one incorrect. I did not get this one right. And even if I saw all the multiple choice answers here, I still might have got it wrong. So this one was tough for me. I'll read it again. What father and son became the first to both win an NHL MVP award? Alrighty, it's time for the next question. Who was the first player to win the Stanley Cup as a captain on 2 different teams? Who was the first player to win the Stanley Cup as a captain on 2 different teams? I also got this one wrong. This was one of the ones I got wrong. And seeing it makes sense. I should have got it right, but I didn't. I got that one wrong. Next question. Which coach has the most NHL wins? I clarify this is probably one of the easier ones of the whole bunch. I suspect that the majority of you will get this one right. Which coach has the most NHL wins total? I didn't say this at the beginning of the video, but Obviously, I'm going to read the answers once I am done asking the questions, just so you know. Okay, next question. Who was the only player to win an NHL MVP award in the 1980s other than Wayne Gretzky? So someone else won the MVP award in the 80s, but it wasn't Wayne Gretzky. Who was it? Who was the only other player to do that? All right, I got an easy one for you. Everyone should get this one right. What is the NHL Most Valuable Player trophy called? You guys should all definitely get this one right. It's applicable in today's NHL. It's not a question that dates back 50 years or something. This is current question, current NHL. What is the NHL Most Valuable Player trophy called? Yeah, this is one of the questions, this one coming up next. I should have got right, and I definitely did not. I got this one wrong. Who has the most points in a single NHL game? What player has the most points in a single NHL game? Next question. Okay, we're talking defensemen here, guys. Who was the first defenseman to win an NHL scoring title? And ladies, there's more than just guys watching this video. Who was the first defenseman to win an NHL scoring title? All right, moving along. This is another easy one, okay? Super, super easy. Who holds the NHL record for most goals scored in one season? I'll read it again. Who holds the NHL record for most goals scored in one NHL season? All right, possibly another easy question specifically for you Americans, all right? In what year did the game called The Miracle on Ice take place? What year did The Miracle on Ice take place? If you're American and you get that one wrong, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Yes, this is an awesome question. This is one of my favorite NHL trivia questions ever. It dates back to probably further than most of you, back into even, back past me almost. But who was the last NHL player to play without a helmet? I'll read it again. Who was the last NHL player to play without a helmet? And it's definitely a name, little hint, it's definitely a name you may be aware of even in modern NHL. All right, let's test your memory on years. This question is about a year. In what year was the National Hockey League established? There was a significant event, okay, that happened, we'll say in the last 30 years, okay? And that was an anniversary. I'm not going to tell you what anniversary it was, but it happened, and it might be a little hint as to when the NHL actually was established, to the answer to this question. In what year was the National Hockey League established? Okay, last question. It's definitely an easy one. In what city is the NHL Hall of Fame located? If you've been there, obviously you know what city it is, but if you haven't, chances are that probably more than half of you have not. You might not know. The NHL has a Hall of Fame. What city is it in? All right, I think I placed these in the right order. I'm going to read the answers now, and then at the end, I'm going to ask the bonus question. But if these are not in order, I am so sorry. But let's start off with what I think is number one, or the question number one. What NHL goaltender has the most career wins? I suspect that the majority of you guys got this right. It's a goaltender that, played up until, just a couple of years ago. We're talking about Martin Brodeur. That's right. Martin Brodeur has more NHL career wins than any other goaltender in history. So if you got that one right, put a check mark next to it. Let's move on to question number two. Who was the first NHL player to score 50 goals, and specifically, obviously, in one season? Who was the first NHL player to score 50 goals? And that was Maurice Richard, famous Montreal Canadian. All right, what is the most points scored in one NHL season? Let's see if you got this one right. It's a pretty specific number, so I don't know how many people got this one right, but the answer is 215. I can't even believe that. I knew it was high. I knew it was in the 200s. I answered 218, so I got this one wrong, one of the ones I got wrong, but the answer is 215. If you got 215, you are a legend. Next question. What father and son became the first to both win an NHL MVP award? Another one that I did get wrong, like I said. The answer is Bobby and Brett Hull. Congratulations if you got that one. The other multiple choice question or answers are Gordy and Mark Howe, Daryl and Brett Sutter, and Peter and Paul Stastny. But the answer is Bobby and Brett Hull. And just so you know what these cards look like, take a peek. All right, next question. Let's find out the answer. Who was the first player to win the Stanley Cup as a captain on two different teams? The answer is Mark Messier. I completely forgot about Mark Messier, but he was the first to do it as a captain on two different teams, so Good stuff. All right, now moving on to coaches. Which coach has the most NHL wins? That's an easy one for most people. That's going to be Scotty Bowman. He is a legend in the coaching world, so it's got to be Scotty Bowman. Let's move on to the next one. Who was the only player to win an NHL MVP award in the 1980s other than Wayne Gretzky? It's Lemieux. Okay, it's Mario Lemieux. I mean, it's got to be Lemieux. I guess it doesn't have to be Lemieux. There are some other answers on here that do make sense a little bit. Mark Messier, Jaromir Jagr, Martin St. Louis. That one doesn't really make sense, but yeah, Mario Lemieux. Next question. What is the NHL Most Valuable Player trophy called? And that is called the Hart. It's the Hart Memorial Trophy. Of course it is called the Hart. That one is one that I think most of you should definitely have gotten. And on to the next one. Who has the most points in a single NHL game? And the answer is Daryl Sittler. Man, that one that eluded me. I'm very angry at myself that I did not get that one right. But yeah, Daryl Sittler. The next one. Who was the first defenseman to win an NHL scoring title? Yeah, it's Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr is the first one to do it. Next up, who holds the NHL record for most goals in one season? It's Wayne Gretzky. It's got to be Wayne Gretzky. He holds like 99% of the actual like big time records in the NHL as far as offense. It's Wayne Gretzky. Okay, Americans, in what year did the game called The Miracle on Ice take place? And that is 1980. You definitely should have got that one right. Next one. Who was the last NHL player to play without a helmet? If you're familiar with the Edmonton Oilers and maybe some modern NHL and some previous NHL when he actually played, we're talking about Craig McTavish. So if you got that one, congratulations. Moving on to the next one. And I kind of tried to throw you off here a little bit with this one. In what year was the National Hockey League established? And I gave a little hint saying that there was a significant kind of anniversary in the last 30 years. Technically, that's true because I think there was one in 1992, the 75th. But the actual anniversary I was talking about happened in 2017. And yeah, that marked the 100-year anniversary, which means the NHL was established in 1917. If you said 1917, good job. And the last question, in what city is the NHL Hall of Fame located? And that's going to be Toronto. And I've been there twice, actually. It's really cool if you ever get a chance to go to Canada, and more specifically to Toronto, you got to see the NHL Hall of Fame. It's a very unique place. You got to go. So congratulations to anyone who got all 15 right. I'm not sure who you are, if there's even anyone, but if you got a couple minutes, comment down below and let me know how you did. If you beat your brother, beat your sister, beat your dad and mom, let me know how your family did as well. Very curious. But now it's time for the bonus question, which is not hockey related. Now, I have to admit, I read through all of the other trivia questions, or I got asked the other trivia questions actually, and they're other sports, so my knowledge is all hockey, right? So I really struggled with the rest of these questions, but this is the one that I really surprised myself with that I actually got right. So I'm going to ask it to you guys to see if you guys know this answer. Here's the question. Where was golf, as we know it today, invented? Which country specifically was golf invented? Where was golf, as we know it today, invented? And it was invented in Scotland. Yeah, it was invented in Scotland. I actually chose this as well because I am, based on my genealogy, I did the test or whatever, I am mostly Scottish. So that's another reason why I chose this question. But there you can see the other answers on there. We got England, United States, Canada, and of course Scotland. So let me know if you got that question right as well. Down below in the comment section if you got a couple of minutes. I hope you guys had a really good Christmas break. If it's still ongoing, we got New Year's coming up. We got more videos coming out on the channel starting in 2022. I'm pretty excited for. So thank you very much for your support over these past 12 months. And 2021's been a very difficult year for a lot of people. I actually found 2021 more difficult than 2020. I'm not sure how you guys feel. Maybe we can kind of talk about that as 2022 starts in a bit of a... actually, I have a Q&A video coming, so maybe I'll talk a little bit about that and be a little bit more personal with you guys. But I would love to hear from you, so hope you're doing good. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button for more hockey videos. We'll talk to you soon. Adios.